and we press this thing forward, man. So the next question is, can the Pelicans keep this winning going? Can they keep it? Can we get more? That's the whole thing. The Pelicans winning 5 games in a row. Can we get more? Can we get a 6th game? Like I said, the most we've ever had was 9 for the franchise record. The Pelicans, can we get a 6th straight win? Well, guess what? The next team is the Cleveland Cavaliers, and that is tomorrow. So a lot of questions around, how that's going to look. So the Pelicans have to hop on a plane and get up there to Cleveland and take on a team. And the Cavs, I think the Cavs are like 2-3 the last 5 games, as opposed to Pelicans doing their thing. But it's not going to be easy to go up there and knock Cleveland off. I'm not saying they're a juggernaut. They're 16-14, 10-8 at home. They're not a juggernaut there. But this Pelicans team could run with the best of them, man. So it's going to be a good test. 6:30 tip-off time in Cleveland tomorrow. In Rocket Arena. It's going to be fun, DC, to see this team because, like I said, man, these guys, you'll see Donovan Mitchell. I don't think Evan Mobley, we'll see where he is in the game. But the Pelicans fighting like what they are, man, this is going to be an interesting matchup. We'll have to see what's going on with Herb for the game. But they have the list. You can see here the injury list with Larry Nance, Max Strus, and Evan Mobley are listed as out for this game. So they're not going to be participating in the game. You can see some of the numbers right here. Don't make any really sense to go over it. Really, the game, love the numbers of the 5-game winning streak. And even prior to that, before the Pelicans really started delving in when we was just letting games fall apart. But as you can see, this is the last 5-game sample size serving right here. You can see a 3-game losing streak. They lost twice to Chi-Town. Then Charlotte, then tonight they were able to come back and beat Charlotte. So they beat Charlotte 139-132. The Pelicans handled up on Dallas. So tomorrow, both teams, DC, both teams are on back-to-back. So not one has an advantage in terms of rest. So that's Cleveland up next. Can we get win number 6? That's the biggest part. Matchup indicator says Cleveland 75%, almost 76% versus the Pelicans 24.3. Still not getting no respect in that favor though. But who wins?
Well, Big Q, I'm gonna go ahead and step out.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just gonna step out. I ain't stepping on no limb. I'm just stepping out. I think the Pels gonna go ahead and win, man. For one particular reason. I don't think they have a real answer for what we're gonna do with Zion, with Evan Mobley being out of this game, as well as the addition to DQ. I think that's just too much to ask of Jared Allen to be able to try to handle that. Donovan Mitchell is obviously a problem. He's averaging 30 points, right? But outside of him, without Evan Mobley, I mean, who else we really got to worry about right now? You still got Darius Garland there, but he's not playing his best basketball as of now. And just looking at this team, and they're pretty much, 2 games over 500. So you're not talking about a sad team, but if we can go and we can beat the Houston Rockets, I know damn for sure we could beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. The only caveat, I think, with the Pels that could cause us to win this game, man, it is a back-to-back. And tonight, I think this game, they just had to give ultimate effort to be able to win this game, man. We knew this wasn't going to be an easy game. Dallas is another team like ourselves trying to still get back into the thick of things. Does Dallas own their own pick? I can't remember. They should own their own pick this year. So if they are trying to tank, I don't think they're worrying about it right now. Maybe they're just trying to maximize Cooper Flag and see what he can do. But anyway, they're a team that came to play tonight, and they gave us everything we can handle, man. And it took a lot of effort and energy. So going into the game tomorrow, I'm curious to see what they can do with Cleveland. But Cleveland just had a high-scoring game with the Hornets, 139, 132 points and all this, They was on a 3-game losing streak prior to this. and they got their dub tonight. So, you know, they're going to come in up feeling pretty good as well. So this is a pretty tough matchup. We get to face Lonzo Ball again, you know, with their second unit. I think he may be able to cause some issues for us, along with Hunter. They look like they might be playing him off the bench. And I think those two guys, man, what they can do off the bench might be what turns the game or kind of determines the outcome of the game from the side of Cleveland. Because if they can get something out of them, or a guy like Sam Merrill, like they did last time, who's an excellent three-point shooter. I remember he came and we played Cleveland at some point last year, man. Sam Merrill tore our ass up. It's like, man, who is this? Who is this dude? Never heard of him before. But I remember him from that whooping they put on us that last game. And I think with Lonzo Ball, man, in that second unit and probably being in there with the starters too, it just makes things flow a lot better. And it's another issue, another problem for us to watch out for. So this ain't going to be an easy victory, but Evan Mobley is a big piece of what they're doing. And without him, man, I just don't think they can handle the momentum of the Pelicans and, you know, just how we're putting everything together, man, and strength in numbers. And I think when you look at our 1 through 10 versus their 1 through 10 plus the way we're playing right now, I don't think they can beat us. But we are in their home, and it's going to take a hell of an effort.
Yeah, Cleveland is an interesting team, man. But I'm looking at them, like you said, they're not a juggernaut at home. They do have these struggles. The way the Pelicans are playing right now, man, it's you don't want to bet against them. The way this team is running and how they playing, man, because they're not just running you out of the building scoring wise, but they're also playing defense now. You can see Coach Borrego chastising Trey when he was supposed to rotate to help Queen on AD, and Coach Borrego was yelling at him. And like I said, he's doing some instruction. He's out there coaching these guys up, and you can see the defensive improvement. And not only that, but Coach Borrego is also getting them right with the fundamental stuff, man. Like I said, I can't overemphasize the fact that the Pelicans are playing with you know, getting this stuff right from the foul line. You don't understand how much that means in these close games. When you hit an 85, 83, 85 or north of that from the foul line, that really helps you. Look what happened to Dallas tonight when they were 11 to 23 or whatever it was. You don't think those points they left on the foul line could have helped? 11 for 21, DC. Mm-hmm. You don't think them points could have kind of helped them a bit? So, you know, like I said, man, I just love what they're doing. I love how they circulating the ball. I love how the chemistry is there. I love how Borrego is using these players at the right time. He's sticking to the lineup that's working. He's bringing guys off the bench that is working with that lineup and chemistry. He's using Zion in the way where Zion's involved in the game, using them tonight to close out and playing 20-something odd minutes tonight. The question is Zion playing tomorrow? We do realize is he still under?
You heard Borrego kind of tipped his hand to me with it. He said, they asked him something, I think, about Zion playing tomorrow, and he said, I think we did real good with Zion minutes today. I guess alluding to him not playing a lot of minutes. He gonna be fresh. With him coming off the bench, man, I don't think they're gonna do that to Zion. Where they're gonna be like, okay, you coming off the bench now, but at the same time, they also gonna tell you can't play back to back still too. I don't know, man. I think this is the point where maybe they rip the Band-Aid off. I'm saying maybe he goes to the starting lineup because her may not be there, but maybe they don't do that and they just allow him to still come off the bench. So you can play back to back. So I could very well see that.
Exactly. I would not,
Who you gonna put in the starting lineup though? Jared Poole? Who's gonna start lineup?
I don't know if I want to put Poole.
Carlo? You gonna put Carlo in the starting lineup? Like who?
I don't know. I have to think about it, bro. I don't know. I know who would get some minutes though. I know Bryce McGowan's. I know I give Bryce McGowan's an opportunity to get some minutes. If we don't have that Herb Jones spot, maybe not in the starting capacity, but maybe off the bench, we can get him some minutes. I don't know if I'm putting in Peavy, But I'll be leery to move Zion.
Jordan, I don't want no Jose Jeremiah Fears.
That's right. Slim is debatatory. That's right. Slim says debatatory, man. Which it's all debatatory, fam. That's right. That's DC's strange word. That's debatatory. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see because I got it right here.
It's a rather good word that perfectly describes.
Of course you would believe. Of course you would believe.
Perfectly describes you. That's what you are.
I don't know what you're talking about, brother. All right. I don't know what you're talking about, DC.
That's very debatatory of you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we're gonna have to monitor what's going on with her, man. A sprained right ankle. Herb just coming back from what was deemed as, wouldn't say it's a concussion, but he got knocked upside his head in the previous game. And then he kind of stepped on DQ's shoe and went down. The good news is that he did walk off the floor in his own power. He was kind of frustrated by the fact, but I'm just thankful that we have the depth that we do to be able to absorb losing Herb Jones. And that's why I really love what Saddiq Bey brings, man. For real, man, because with Herb in and out of the lineup with injury, Saddiq Bey's been as steady as they be, man. I mean, he's there. And then, of course, like I said, I'm so happy with all these other young guys. We have like Peavy stepping in there, getting minutes when he needs to. And guys stepping in, stepping up. Coach Borrego talked about that. That's what it's all about. He said, when your number is called, be ready. And that's what they're doing, man. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know about the Zion Williamson thing. DC, you do make a good point, man, about him playing these minutes, bro. 25 minutes tonight.
They ain't got to play Phoenix till Friday, after this game. So he played this one game on a back-to-back. You could call it a strategic back-to-back. And then you rest him for 2 days after that before he got to play again. So I don't see why he can't do it.
What's up, Lex? Shout out to my girl, Lex, man. She in the building.
Lex in the building. Well, damn, Lex, you popping shots at me. She said, I'm on hopium. DC on that hopium. What's that, Lex?
Yeah, mix that in. Yeah, DC. Jaden said, "Let DC have his happy moment." He can have it. Jaden.
I appreciate you, Jaden. I've been very happy over these 5 games.
Yeah, I've been happy too, bro. I'm telling you.
You told me I was too bitter and negative. With that
I did say that. Boy, I said DC, boy. That dude DC walking around here drinking vinegar smoothies all damn day, boy. That ball was so angry.
It was a little alcohol in it. Wasn't no vinegar.
Oh, it was definitely some vinegar in that bit, boy. You had your apple cider vinegar in it. That's what you had in it, boy.
That's good for the gut. I ain't had that.
Yeah, but I couldn't say you was full of it because you was drinking on them apple cider vinegar smoothies. So yeah, it's all good.
I ain't had no hopium in sight,
Now you done sold all that a year or two ago.
I ain't got no hopium. It's just facts, Lex.
But the thing is, man, a lot of what we talked about over time is coming to fruition. Now we knew that ultimately. I'm so happy we moved on from the coach situation. And then you get Coach Borrego. But boy, some of the stuff that we're seeing happening now, it's just striking, right? Like for instance, the whole thing with the Zion Williamson thought process to move Zion to the bench, right? And then scoped his play in a way where he's involved in the clutch portion of the game. I mean, we couldn't come up with that before. And remember Willie Green, and it wasn't Willie didn't have.
You say we couldn't come up with that, and then you mentioned Willie Green, bro.
I'm saying I'll answer my own, but this is the thing. But DC, listen, and he just didn't have the.
He couldn't come. What did Willie Green come up with?
Listen,
he didn't even come up with the switch all. That's Jaron Collins, huh? What did he come up with? He stole 0.5 from Monty Williams. What did Willie Green come up with himself?
Point Zion from Van Gundy, you mean?
He didn't come up with anything.
Yeah, he stole the 0.5 from Van.
I'm lying. He did come up with one thing.
What, lying at the press conference? What he came up with?
We got to fight. That was it.
Absolutely nothing. That's right.
That was his big joker in the deck right there, bro. We got to fight. That was it.
Joy. That's right, Slim.
Joe, boy. He ain't lying.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's Joy. No, actually, no, Slim, you're wrong. He didn't come up with Joy. I think he borrowed that from David Griffin.
I'm willing to bet this one too, Q.
I think he borrowed that from David Griffin. I don't think that boy had a original thought in his body.
Lex right. I gotta give her credit for this one. She said compassion. He is Willie.
He did, but did he really come up with that, or he was just parroting phrases that David Griffin had plastered on the wall? That was stuff that David Griffin really kind of moved and talked about. He the one that was facilitating all these fluffy, soft ass words, and then Willie just parroted the stuff. I don't think he came up with all that stuff. I think that was stuff that was fed to him by David Griffin, to be honest with you. Because Griffin, that's all he did was talk about having a fluffy, family-centered team. Not one that's doing anything, that's getting pushed around. That's a joke, but this is what the man wanted. And I just think Willie Green just parroted a lot of his talking points. That's what I think. I don't think he brought any damn thing original to the team, to be honest with you.
We would say force, but after hearing James Borrego, I think that was actually
that's Borrego. Passive violence and force, or what you call it, speed and violence, or whatever it was called. Lex loves it. That's a philosophy. Speed and violence, yeah. But see, that's what I'm talking about, though, DC. A lot of the stuff that we see, like moving, we have two guys coming off the bench and we talk about this all the time. That's over $60 million between two players, and they willfully, happily accept coming off the bench to two rookies, right? That is crazy work. If you really dig in when all of this is said and done.
Because I hear people say,
hold on, DC. Remember when your boy tried to bring him off the bench, and remember what happened when Willie Green tried to explain it to Jordan Poole to come off the bench for the benefit of the team. How well? And shot the ball, hit the 3-pointer, and turned at him and stared him down.
He gave him the evil eye.
Right. So but Borrego can make it work. He make it work with Zion. He make it work with Poole. So I guess Willie didn't have the cachet to pull it off. Go ahead, bro. What you was gonna say?
Winning carries everything, man.
Exactly. Yes.
But I was gonna say, like everybody's like, you can't have a superstar come off the bench. That ain't never happened before. Zion line and this or that. But a lot of people think Zion don't care and they're doing this to trade him. I've seen this before where you have maybe not like this, where it's a run of games, but I've seen this for a game where you have a superstar come off the bench or maybe get froze out of game because the lineup was playing well. You know who did it, Q? Coach Popovich. You remember watching the Spurs all the time, and they would have these games where the starters wouldn't be getting it done, right?
Right.
Pop would empty the whole starting bench, including Tim Duncan.
That's right.
Put him on the bench. And the guys who got them back in the game, he would let them close out the game, man. And they won games like that. Guess who said no next to Coach Popovich? That was
Coach Borrego.
Exactly. So obviously he learned a thing or two. And
Tasha would make mention about that.
Yeah, Tasha like that. I brought up Coach Pop.
She happy you brought up the Spurs.
Right. But that's the only time I've ever seen that done. And maybe you had somebody like Phil Jackson that's probably done it as well, I'm sure, with MJ for a game or two. But as far as having this go on for this long, this is definitely a new thing. But it is something that is working. And let's say Wemby came off the bench, I guess after injury, right? So good coaches and intelligent basketball minds, man, this ain't nothing too crazy. You don't see it a lot. That's why a big deal is being made out of it.
You got to sell it, though. But you got to sell it. That's the whole point, man. Before the winning, DC. Before the winning, you got to sell it to the players. Because prior to that, man, we were just getting there and falling short. But ultimately, you got to be able to some kind of way package it to them that Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen is going to be in the starting lineup, because that's not traditional basketball thought process. Usually the guys that make the most money are the ones that get the spot, that are in there. So the previous coach would put Zion Williamson in soon as he was healthy enough to play, despite the fact if you had synergy or chemistry or anything going on with the team, he would just simply by default insert him into the lineup. Borrego's a thinking coach. He's a strategist. He cares more about the harmony and the synergy of the guys playing together and understanding that a player that is hurt coming off the injury bench, off the bench or the list or whatever, could disrupt the rhythm of how the team is playing, and he's not going to have that. So just understanding those delicate matters right there is really big for a smart coach like that. So I'm really happy for Coach Borrego and the Pelicans, man, because this is long overdue. So, hey, man, 5 straight wins that's a great feat. And next week, next week, but tomorrow we can have a 6th win because Cleveland, like I'm saying, man, I don't think Cleveland's definitely not a juggernaut. They're very beatable in their own building. We do have to deal with a fantastic player and Donovan. They do play well together. He'll be something interesting to kind of slow down. But in the end, I think we have enough firepower to dispatch Cleveland. I'm not going to lie to you, and then move forward for the double matchup against the Suns. I think that's the next one. But, man, I'm looking forward to these games, and I think the Pelicans will make this a December to remember and finish strong, man, and head into 2026. Murray back, Herb will be coming back. It's all grooving and moving right now, man. I'm loving it.
I mean, we technically don't know if Herb even leaving, man. I mean,
shout out to Jay Black, man.
It's a sprained ankle. You know what I'm saying? Herb may very well still just suit up and play like normal. And like
but you don't have to
his ankle. It ain't like he has to be carried out or nothing.
Yeah, but DC, the thing is, you don't have to rush Herb Jones back to play, man. You don't. You have depth. That's what I'm saying.
I think just having him, I'm not gonna lie, man. The starting lineup, the way they've been doing this, they seem to. It works well to start a game, man. They've been setting the tone very well each game, and that's Herb out there. And Herb was playing pretty good tonight. Offensively, he was gonna have an awesome game tonight. He already had 9 points, and Herb probably went out. Did he go out before halftime, if I'm not mistaken?
I don't remember when he went out, bro.
When Herb hit that first 3-pointer, when he shoot that first 3-pointer and he hit it, yeah, they be in for a long night, man. He usually play good after he hit that first 3-pointer. Sometimes that ain't go that way. But he was like 4 for 7, I think, on the night. And you know what he's gonna do defensively. I think for sure, probably would have slowed Cooper Flag down even more, or maybe help contain AD a little bit more. But and I get it as far as resting him, my man. But we don't know how serious the injury is, or if it's even a real injury. Might not be nothing, just a twisted ankle, like they said. So we gotta see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, man. I want that win, man. I want that win against Cleveland. We need to get this dub and push it to 6. Let me get the standings together right here for the family members, man, because now we can watch standings. Now it's doable for us to kind of pay attention to standings now. And here it is, right, man. And this the Pelicans are no longer at the bottom of the Western Conference. The Clippers and the Kings occupy those spots. The Pelicans have moved to the 3 teams out from the 10th spot, dealing with the Trailblazers. You can see the Mavericks, who we beat tonight, Utah, and then of course our Pelicans. 5-game winning streak. Pelicans are 5-5 over the last 10 games, playing some knockdown, drag out basketball, top and bottom, just fighting their asses off, man. Being fundamental as well. And you can literally see the improvement overall on the team, offensively and defensively. The confidence is building, and the Pelicans believe that they can win, and that's what it is, man. And we will kind of run into this thing. So you see a lot of teams ahead of us. It's really encouraging too, family, is that as we win games, as we win 5 straight, the teams ahead of us, like, of course, we helped Dallas lose his 2nd in a row. The Utah Jazz are, losing 3 in a row currently. So as we continue to win, teams ahead of us continue to help us out by losing. So we just have to keep the trend going, man, and keep powering through. So very encouraging. Pelicans climbing out of that cellar, man.
Yeah, man. We still got a long way to go, though, Q. We ain't totally where we want to be. We don't want to start doing victory laps and stuff, but this is definitely I guess a good point to be in, man, with the way that they started this season. And if they turn this around and we actually make the plan and make the playoffs, would this be this probably would be I think a harder comeback than what Willie Green did his first year, right? Because I think we started maybe like 5-15.
Yeah, this was in the way DC. I think it was a little
22.
Yeah, this was a lot. I won't say this was a lot more difficult for Borrego, because when he took the team, it wasn't a lot of room in between with games where they can 2 or 3 days off where they can be able to practice. He had to hit the ground running. And then, of course, when he took over the team, they were so far in the hole, and then he had to deal with the roughness of the team losing barely. And it took a while before the Pelicans can figure out how to start winning these games, because you can see they'll play 3/4 of a game good and then have a bad quarter where they let somebody blitz them for like 40 points. And that happened for several games, and the quarter would float from here and there, and they had problems sinking in, figuring out what to do. The defense wasn't there. The offense would be there one night. The defense wouldn't be there another night. They wouldn't hit the free throws. It just was a mess. But ultimately, he kind of navigated the choppy waters, got these guys to believe. And like I said, Willie Green did not have the cachet to talk to a Jordan Poole or a Zion Williamson and explain to them why it would be beneficial for the team, for these guys who are $30+ million players, to come off the bench for rookies for the interests of winning. He did not have the cachet to be able to speak that type of game to these players and make them believe it. So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, man, is that in my interpretation, my opinion, I think it's a lot tougher for Borrego. And he could very well have a job. I'm not going to say he has it locked up yet, because, hey, man, if you have a Malone out there waiting, for Borrego to lock this thing up, man, he would, have to keep doing what he's doing and take this team from where they are and get them into the playoffs and then go from there. And I think he'll kind of seal the deal then. But as far as him, he's on the right trajectory, to be honest with you, man, but we'll see. That's just my thought process. Go ahead, DC.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do when DeJounte Murray comes back, because we know he's not going to start lineup. I know we've had these conversations, but thinking about it, Q, he's coming off of a torn Achilles, right? So adding him into this.
Oh, what up, cuz?
And he's coming back. He's almost going to have to come off the bench, right? And then it makes me look at a game like we had tonight. And I had my man comment up there talking about how Jordan Poole just jacked some shots up. I think DeJounte going out, because regardless of what he can't do, what we know DeJounte can do is play intelligent basketball, and he can play the point guard position to be able to close out a game. Do you think if DeJounte closed just those 50 seconds at the end of the game, they would have been putting up shots like that? Because I don't think so.
I don't think so, DC. I don't on that.
And I think that's what we're missing. We're missing that, and we either need to bring Yves up to speed or add him in the rotation at times. Like, we still need another big, and we need a point guard. We just need that mentality to be kind of sprinkled over guys like Jordan Poole. Maybe it's too late for him to get it, and he's just kind of is what he is as far as being a scorer, which is very awesome. But somebody like Fears, I think, could learn a lot from seeing how DeJounte can do the little things. But looking at this team, if DeJounte came back, he's closing out these moments, he does well there. Is there any way they would ever add him in the starting lineup? Because I don't know, man. I've been thinking about it. I don't. Is he? He could get traded, but I don't think he gonna be in the starting lineup.
I say no to the start. I say no to the starting lineup, DC. I say unless God forbid injuries start hitting us and we have to he gets a certain amount of games where you can kind of move him into there. But I think it's a terrific problem to have, to be honest with you. At one point, we didn't have enough talent. Now we have all of our guys here. Now we have to find roles for where these guys need to play. And ultimately, I haven't seen DeJounte Murray on the bench. Have you seen DeJounte Murray on the bench? I haven't seen him. I've seen some other guys. I haven't seen Murray very much around the team, and I'll be watching the bench and paying attention. I haven't seen DeJounte. Anybody out there seen DeJounte Murray on the Pelicans bench recently? Hit the chat. Let me know, man. I could have missed it, but from my knowledge, I haven't seen him at all. So I don't know how he's rehabbing by himself. I know he's around town. Lex said he's rehabbing, but I'm saying he's rehabbing alone. He's not rehabbing with the team. And of course, we know we talked about this previously about DeJounte Murray. I think me and you talked about DC a couple of streams ago that DeJounte Murray is definitely a guy on the trade block. As soon as they can get him healthy and get him back into playing, that he definitely going to be one of the guys that they move. That's $30 million to kind of move him to a team that could utilize his talents, man. Because we like I said, we talked about the podcast. He didn't talk well about the Pelicans, and Joe Dumars has not been quiet or timid or shy about saying he told the media like we was members of the team. He told the people out there, hey man, listen, I done told people that if you don't want to be here, I'll find you a place to go. So I mean, that's Joe's letting you know I'm building something special here. If you don't want to be a part of it, I'll find your ass somewhere to go. And DeJounte Murray, to me, is the most outspoken Pelican player we have. He don't care. He'll talk his mind. He don't care if you like it or not. But like I said, man, I think he's definitely on his way out. And I think it's a good problem to have eventually. We may be able to get something for him. Maybe able to get some picks for him or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's on his way out for sure. But just watching how all this is playing out, man, I'm not sure.
You gotta find something, Charles. They'll find something for him, DC, for a trade. What y'all think? Y'all throw it in the chat. Shout out to y'all.
If you can't showcase him
you gotta play him.
Having the ability to be what he was, like what are we supposed to? We gonna give up an asset to get rid of him, or are we gonna give up an asset to go chase somebody else and use him as salary? If you got to get rid of him, or you want that would probably be the smartest thing to do.
Well, I mean, you don't. Because the thing is, too, because I think we got him for multiple years. Like, he's not on an expiring deal. So we have him here for multiple years. So you don't have to take a cheap, desperate deal at the trade deadline to move him. You could be patient and hold on to him and move him in the offseason or whatever. But things have changed. Like, they were fielding offers. There was verified reports from credible insiders that was talking about the Pelicans were listening to offers for players. That you most certainly have to understand that has definitely changed.
So wait, you said they were listening to offers.
They were listening to offers. You know that?
I've heard they weren't listening to offers at all. There's so much stuff out there, man.
We've heard reporters. We've covered it on PPR, man. I played the reports. You know, I've listed the sources, and then people can go back and look it up. But there were reports, and insiders saying that the Pelicans were listening to offers at one time for players, and situations change because you start winning. People are now synced in and galvanized, and nobody wants to go anywhere because they can see what's happening here with Joe Dumars and Borrego and the rest of the staff. They want to be a part of this because they see the greatness of what's going to happen out of this. So, you know, that was early on when a lot of the losing was happening, but winning changes things, dog. You know that. So at some point, Murray is a piece, and we know people are interested in our guys. We know the Golden State Warriors are interested in Trey. There's so many reports on that. There is they're interested in the Lakers are interested in Herb. The Knicks are interested in Jose. You know, and it goes on and on. So I mean, it's just one of these situations, man, where winning changes that idea of what we're gonna do with these assets. And the only guy right now, as you know, that's away and might not be dialed into it is DeJounte. Yeah. So we'll see what it looks like on the other side in 2026.
Out in LA.
Hey man, whatever fam asking me, what we think he can get. We're gonna trade him for Q. We'll figure something out, bro.
Well, I could see him as being like salary.
Let's say the Lakers interested in everybody.
Man, the Lakers, that's every year. They always, and then you be like, man, nobody ain't trying to help the Lakers, and then they get Luka Doncic. But I don't think it's gonna be us trying to get them something meaningful to propel them into
what's up, Stace?
Into another championship. We already been on that road. But I think they could put him.
Philippe says somebody posted him on TikTok cursing at a fan in Los Angeles. He shouldn't have his ass out there. He can't rehab in New Orleans. I guess that just everybody.
They ain't got no clutch. They ain't got no clutch facility out here, Q.
Oh, he don't have enough table time, so he got to go to curse at somebody. See, he gonna get in trouble out there.
Yeah, and him and young boy ain't probably seeing on the best of terms. Man got a divorce or getting divorced from his wife, or I don't know if they were they married. But anyway, she on stage at Young Boy concert and all that. He got a lot of stuff going on, bro. Probably feeling like his life fell apart since he came to New Orleans.
So hold on. I was not aware of that, bro. I don't be paying attention to personal lives. DeJounte Murray's girl, the mother of his children, is in a relationship with NBA YoungBoy. Is that what you're telling me?
She was NBA YoungBoy's previous girlfriend. Like they dated before she was with DeJounte.
So what is she doing? She's back with NBA YoungBoy?
I don't know if she back when she was on stage with him. And then after that, everybody saying they splitting up.
What was she doing? Is she a performer?
No, Q. She's known for being somebody who dates famous people. She's not known for having the talent.
Well, that's on Murray then, bro. I mean, she can do what she want to do. Why he tripping on that?
My bad. At least my man here said that that's NBA YoungBoy baby mama.
Oh, well, that's on him then.
Yeah, well,
you can't be mad. You can't be mad about that, bro. You gotta blame the game. Don't blame her. Blame the game, Playboy. That's how I was taught. Okay. I see what your boy said. He said a VH. I hear you, brother. Hey man, hey bro. Decisions. That's all I got to say. Decisions.
The brother,
I ain't gonna be dating no damn video vixen. I know that for that. That ain't the type of woman I'm interested in. I don't want no video vixen.
Lex say she for the streets.
That's right.
For the streets.
I don't know. DeJounte kind of lame in the head when it get down to stuff like this. So he had a child with this woman. See, I don't be following these people personal lives.
You know how these the entertainer people do, man. I would never understand, trying to date or be with somebody that is well known that somebody else to been with, man. It's just so many women out there.
So the woman's community property is pretty much what you're saying.
I mean, yeah, but he's not the only one guilty of that.
She works for the YMCA. Okay, I understand. Okay, I got it now. She community property.
She's very charitable.
Okay. What? All right. Okay. DC, we're gonna leave that point alone right there, brother. We're gonna leave that right there, brother. I had to leave that right there, man. I did not know that. That's why his ass is out there in Los Angeles, man. You chasing behind a ghost, bro. You better leave that there alone, bro.
I would never leave that alone. Me personally, I would never want to date anybody that I know been with NBA YoungBoy for certain clinical reasons. You know what I mean? Like
what? Talk, boy. No, what are you talking about, man?
I'm just saying, man. If the rumors are true, I wouldn't roll a dice on it, though.
Man, this dude tripping, man. I did not know that. I thought he was smarter than that. He just make good basketball decisions, huh? I guess I don't know what's going on. I pray for that brother, man. I pray that he find his way out, man. He might have a soul tied to that chick. That's why he out there like that, and and she do
man,
not.
I mean, you know that
she
she from out here, man. You know that they be knowing some strange type of magic sometimes.
I think that's New Orleans, more New Orleans than Baton Rouge, DC.
Well, you know, everybody from New Orleans learn from people. I mean, everybody from Baton Rouge that be getting lit, they be to learn from people in New Orleans.
Yeah, this is true.
So,
this is true.
Ain't no telling what's dibbling and dabbling on, you know, on that side of the fence, bro.
Well, speaking of dibbling and dabbling, let's move back on over here to what we talk about. Did you make the call on this game with Cleveland? You said you call it. You stepped out on a limb. You're not limb stepping. You're giving the Pelicans the 6th win, correct?
Yeah, I said I ain't stepping out on them. I'm just stepping out. You know what I'm saying? I'm stepping out like I got on a fly pair of Stacey Adams or some Gators. I'm just stepping out, man. They gonna get the dub.
Okay,
man,
I'm with you on that.
No limbs needed, bro. I'm on the ground.
I'm with you on that, man. I know that Cleveland right now, man. Over the last 10 games, they're 4-6 over the last 10. DC. They did win tonight, 16-14. At home, they're 10-8. So, you know, they're not a juggernaut at home, and this team kind of is dealing with some problems as well. Yeah. They're without one of their top players in Evan. So in the end, man, I think the Pelicans, man, we're gonna go in there and get that, especially if we can get Herb Jones back, man. But I just like our chances in this one. I think we're gonna be okay.
Say Q, you got to put on that Sleepy Brown, you know, if they win, bro.
Sleepy Brown.
Yeah, I'm stepping out. I gotta find a song. I'm sending to you. You gotta add that to the sound lexicon, bro, for me.
If they win the 6,
if they win, we gotta throw that Sleepy Brown. I'm stepping out on.
Why? What's the correlation? Well, when they win the win, why would I play that song?
Do I really gotta fill in the blanks for you? All right, moving on. I'm gonna just give you the damn.
I'm just saying, stepping out. I'm just saying, I just want you to explain it to everybody, bro. You know, it explain it out, bro. You know,
ain't nothing to explain. I already explained it.
I like Chuck Norris. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That was fire. Chuck Norris is fire, man. That was pretty good. Chuck Norris, that was pretty good, man. Shout out to Maul on that one, man. That was pretty fire, man. Using old actors and names and stuff like that. That was pretty good, man. Anyway, let's power through, man, and listen, man. Shout out to y'all for being in the chat. Y'all feel free to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and by all means, feel free to share the show on social media feed. Big ups to the fam. Pelicans win their 5th straight matchup, man. 6 is tomorrow, man. We'll be back on PPR 8:30 rather, 8:35. Post-game recap. Coach Borrego will have it here. We'll break down and talk about the matchup, man. We, you know, based on time, we might well even open up the phone lines, man, and hear from you guys. With the Pelicans winning, I know a lot of people got a lot to say and talk about the game. I know Jay Black and Stace probably won't get in there and kind of talk about it for a little bit. We can't keep it open for long, but you know, because what is tomorrow? Tuesday? Yeah, Wednesday. There's a lot of stuff going on as we get closer and closer to Christmas. And happy holidays to all of the family members out there. I want to get that to y'all, man. Happy holidays. And what a way to spend our holidays is our Pelicans and the Saints and everybody winning right now, man. It's just a lovely and beautiful thing for the city, and we deserve this. Yes, we do. So with that being said, we're going to leave on that beautiful note. Much love to the fam. Hit the like button and the sub button and the share button. If you're listening on X, light it up, retweet, and retweet again. We'll see you tomorrow night. Much love. Peace. Go Pelicans.
You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelicans, fly Pelicans, fly Pelicans. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelicans forever. Pelicans. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat. I better make it rain. If it's something, don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumping where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, Big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You can double, you can press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever.
Hey, New Orleans! Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the Riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with the WhoDatDaily.com, your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit the WhoDatDaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links in the description section below or in the chat.